What's up, guys? BRBgottahunt here, Hunt, and I'm bringing you another commentary, except I want to talk kind of fast because I don't know how long this is going to be, but I have a lot to say. And this commentary is going to be all about my thoughts of E3. Now, a quick mention about the gameplay. It's not the best gameplay, but it's long enough to where I wanted to talk, so it's about 10 minutes. Might be a little over that, so if you're thinking, what? It's not over. It's not 10 minutes. It's a little over. Bear with me. I have a lot to talk about. E3 this year was pretty interesting. More interesting than last year, maybe? I don't think so, really. There wasn't really anything too appealing about this year's E3. It was kind of a disappointment, to be honest, overall. With that being said, let's jump right into E3, starting conference to conference to conference. Starting with Xbox conference, them describing new games. Basically, it's just sequels, prequels, sequels, prequels. That is basically the trend of this entire E3, actually. And I wanted to see something new. I wanted to see something that I want. And I did actually see that, but I'll get to that later. So, Microsoft's conference basically was Halo 4, which is the big one, and a new Gears of War, which is a prequel, which many believe, why are they doing this since Gears of War 3 just was released not too long ago? And that's what everyone's on mind, like, are they just doing this just for the money? Or are they just setting aside another project for the next gen console, which was supposed to be announced but wasn't? So yeah, expect that next year. I'll talk about that again later. So yeah, Xbox is it wasn't that great. Nothing wooed me. They announced some new Kinect stuff, new Fable, which it's so stupid that they're converting it to Kinect. Look at this crap. Who lays on the ground? Come on. Yeah, so new Fable using only Kinect is stupid, and I'm a huge Fable fan, and that was a huge disappointment to me personally. So yeah, it's not directly related to Fable 4. So Fable 4 will still come out. It's not related. So Fable the Journey, not related. So that kind of makes me glad, but I'm not buying Fable the Journey because I don't even have a Kinect. So the only hardcore game really was, I don't know. Yeah. Let's jump straight into Nintendo, which also I don't think was too great. All Nintendo did was announce the Wii U, which they announced last year. They just basically said that you can use 2 Wii U controllers at a time, which most people thought it was only one, and then everyone else had to use Wii controllers. But no, they announced 2. You can have 2 gamepads going at the same time. So that's the main. Look at that. What? The main reason, well, the main biggest excitement to everybody. Besides the 2 giant announcements of Pikmin 3 and a new Super Mario, which, to be honest, isn't all that exciting. I keep going back to the same guy, and this is where most of my deaths come from. Yeah, so it wasn't too exciting. I do stick them right there. So, Nintendo, not very cool. I was expecting a high-definition Zelda like I saw in the preview last year, but it was not announced at all, so hardcore gamers didn't really get anything except the Wii U Pro controller, which looks like an Xbox controller with the buttons and the right analog stick swapped. So good job, Nintendo, for ripping that off. So yeah, and they just a bunch of third-party titles that everyone's already played, like Batman and Mass Effect, so everyone's kind of bored of those games already. So I don't think anybody's going to be playing those, really. So to make things, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Whatever. But overall, I think the overall winner of this year's E3 was Sony. I do not have a PS3, nor do I plan on getting one. However, some of the games that they announced make me want one. Main game being The Last of Us, which looks phenomenal. I'm jealous that I don't have a PS3. If you guys haven't seen The Last of Us gameplay, that looks amazing. It's a survival game. Basically takes into all considerations of feelings and everything of survival. Like, you're limited a lot, and it looks intense. It's by the same makers of Uncharted, and Uncharted was fantastic, and their graphics look amazing. So I'm kind of jealous that I don't have a PS3, but... And then there was another game that I kind of liked, which was Beyond Two Souls, which had Ellen Page, if you don't know her, she's the girl from Juno and movies like that, who stars in it. So that looked pretty cool. It was kind of like, it was made by the people that made Heavy Rain, which was a story-based game which you control the story, which is okay, I guess, if you guys like those kind of things, but it looked pretty cool. So yeah, and then a new God of War, which, yeah, it looked exactly the same like other God of Wars. Look at this. This should have been a nice clip, except I'm running around and then I get throwing knife somehow. I was just upset. But yeah, so Sony wins, I think, with overall. But the real winner, okay, is Ubisoft. They win E3 title. They won it. Everything they announced looked awesome. Far Cry 3 looked pretty cool. Not really a Far Cry fan, but it looked pretty cool. I heard it was kind of clunky though when people got hands-on. So, but their overall game that and Assassin's Creed 3, that was also a huge announcement, and everyone got hands-on with the multiplayer. So I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan, but it does look pretty cool, and I might check it out a little more. But overall, it looks pretty cool. But the game I really want, that I am going to buy, is Watch Dogs. Now that game looks phenomenal. It's a brand new game. It looks like Grand Theft Auto in the future, like you control technology with your cell phone. Like you could change the traffic lights, boom. You could make a drawbridge go up, boom. You could check out information of people that you walk by, boom. The game looks so cool. If you guys haven't seen it, Watch Dogs, Google it, YouTube it. It's like a 10-minute gameplay. It's just a mission where you go and kill this guy, and it looks awesome. I can't wait for that game. Now, here are my recommendations of what people should have done better. Microsoft should have announced a new console. Should have announced something new rather than games that are just making sequels, really. I think it's time for something new, and I think it would have been the perfect time to do that. But maybe they are waiting just for the new console. I don't know. But expect that next year at E3. I promise you there will be a new console for Xbox next year. PlayStation, I expected a new console from you, but I did not see that either, so expect that next year at E3. That's a must, and to compete with Xbox if they release their console next year. And the Wii U, being the game system it was, I was expecting Zelda. I expect that to be announced next year, just to compete, because they did release the Wii U before the other next-gen consoles, so therefore they need to have the hype of something else to compete with the new Xbox and the new PlayStation for people to come back to the Wii. And I expect a new Zelda and a new Smash Bros to be announced next year at E3. And also, Nintendo, you should hire me because I have great ideas. Bring back a couple games that I believe will make people want the Wii U really badly. Going back to Nintendo 64, bring back Diddy Kong Racing. That was an amazing one. Bring back Pokemon Snap. Can you see it with the controller? You take pictures like that? That would be awesome. I'm just telling you right now. With the Wii U controller, take pictures of the screen of the Pokemon. Pokemon Snap. I could see it happening. And also a new Star Fox, I believe, should have been announced, or you should be creating one for the Wii U. Like, yeah. I don't know, convert it into the Wii U pad, or I don't know what it's called. The controller? I don't know. The one with the TV in the middle. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts of E3 mainly. Oh, and Black Ops 2 looked pretty awesome. I actually posted the Strike Force gameplay on my channel, so if you didn't check that out, go and check it out. It's on my channel, Strike Force. It looks pretty cool. Really different. So overall, I believe this E3, it had a lot of different, I would say overall, you choose the story type of things, like Beyond Two Souls. You choose the pathway you want. Black Ops 2, you choose different settings you want, like you get to choose. It's just basically you get to choose the game. Watch Dogs, you get to do any different scenario you want. And Dishonored, you also get to do that, which is also a pretty cool game. So yeah, that's my thoughts on E3. Tell me what you think down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. This is BRBgottahunt. Peace.